What's going on, guys? Sumi here with Thoughtcast, and today I want to talk about how to win at a young age. We all want to be young, rich, famous, wealthy. We all desire that. And if you're like under the age of 30, honestly, if you're under the age of 25, this video is for you. If you want to succeed and kill it in life at a very early age, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it in this video, but you're not going to like what you're going to hear. And I think that you might anticipate that, but let me just spell it out for you. Number one, the first thing that you have to understand is you are probably not going to have the right friend group around you. The people that you meet in your life that are typically around your age are typically not going to be the ones that you need to be around because they're not imbuing some level of success in their life. They're not the people that are killing it on every category. They're not the people that are disciplined. That's really what it is. They're not disciplined. They're not on top of their stuff right now. And as a result, you cannot surround yourself with people that are not on top of their shit. You just can't do it. I want you to understand that the more you surround yourself with people that are operating at a higher level than you, the more likely you are to emulate them and really raise to that level yourself. The level of self-growth that you have is automatically going to dictate the level of success that you have in every other category, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business, whether it's in friendships, whether it's in your own physicality, whatever it might be. So it's all about increasing self-growth. And one of the biggest things to increasing self-growth is surrounding yourself with people that have their stuff together. This might mean that you need to start maturing in ways that you don't even realize, maturing in your conversational skills, maturing in the way that you regulate yourself, maturing even in the way that you dress. You need to start hanging out with people that are typically older than you. And it's not that older people are always the people that have the answers in the world, but they have more experience and they have made more mistakes. And as a result, they're typically more sharpened than the younger individuals that you see from your high school or in your college. The next thing I want you to understand is you have to give up partying. Partying is a thing that we all love to do, right? I get it. But I don't mean that you have to give up going to parties. There's a difference. I still go to networking events. I still go to parties, and parties in itself are some of the best networking events out there. I just don't party aggressively. I have changed the way that I approach a party. It's not about me getting blackout drunk and getting wasted and taking a girl home. It's about me making meaningful connections and networking with the people there. I go in with the sole purpose to meet people, to identify who I am to another person, and to identify a person that's coming to me, and to maybe make a connection in some way, shape, or form. It's not always in a business sense. It's also in an emotional sense as well. Finding the right girl that could really grow me as an individual, that could challenge me, could be something that could change my life. So partying has become very different for me in today's fashion than it was before. When I used to be in college, I used to just go out and get blackout drunk. It was about who could drink more, who could get more messed up, who could bring a girl back. That was the mindset. But it's dramatically changed. And I'm telling you this from one imperfect person to another so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made, so that you can grow a lot quicker than I did. See, most people don't realize this, but partying is still very useful. You just have to use it the right way. The next thing I want to say is you need to find the right relationships. And to be honest with you, it's having a relationship with yourself. Many of you will date when you're younger because it's the cool thing to do, because it brings you value, because it brings you status, because having a hot girlfriend and having sex and being horny is just part of being young. But if you can control that, if you can delay the gratification, if you can avoid the idea of being in a committed relationship just for the idea of commitment, then you can really win. Now, there's definitely people out there that win in relationships when they're very young, but it's far and few. For guys, I'm going to tell you this right now, build your value first. And honestly, I know guys that date in their 20s, but I would really hold off until about 30. I know that sounds crazy and radical, but you really want to win when you're younger. Your relationship is going to take time, money, effort, resources, and energy, and you're really not going to have that time if you want to be successful. Being successful is sacrifice. Being successful costs you to give up in certain areas. Now, if you find that girl that's understanding, that is with you on your journey, that has those core beliefs, that's going to be very good. But here's where it splits apart, guys. I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of you will go for the girl that's attractive. And when you go for the attractive, I just want to say this, not all pretty girls are bad, but a lot of the times the prettiest girls have the ugliest intentions. So going for the hot girl just because she's hot and because you want to have sex is not going to make you win. Sometimes going for the girl that's not necessarily the hottest one in the room will actually provide you a lot more value. Date a girl for her personality. Date a girl for the value that she can bring you. Yes, you have to be attracted to her, but if she's attractive and she passes that bar and she brings you another level of value, trust me, you're going to be more grateful in your business, in your life, and in your own mental health. Women, I'm going to tell you this right now, you develop faster than men. Women develop a lot faster than men, and women have a lot more value when they're younger. You need to allow yourself to network with high-quality males and really allow yourself to be surrounded by high-quality masculine energy and feminine energy as well. But I'm focusing on the masculine energy because I want to give you some guidance onto how to date. See, A lot of times you'll date guys that are the bad boy, the guys that have no value, the broke dude that is just cool to hang out with. He looks good, he feels good, so on and so forth. This is the guy that you should completely avoid. It's not about dating ugly dudes that are nerds that have a lot of money. It's not about dating older men that have a yacht. It's about dating guys that will allow you to become a better person, that will grow you into a better individual. Date for the long term. The quicker you date for the long term, the better your life is going to be. I'm telling you this right now. A lot of girls will waste their youngest years of their life dating guys that have absolutely no value for them. The 2 a.m. hookup just because you like him. But I want you to understand, look at the way he makes you feel. Look at how invested he is into the relationship. And if you can logically say that this guy doesn't make you feel good and that he's not really reciprocating your energy, then it ain't worth it for you. But you're so emotionally attached because you're chasing the social verification of what this attraction is. You're chasing this love. Love ain't it when you're young. Love is not what makes a relationship. Compatibility makes a relationship. And then love is a, cherry on top. It's a luxury on top. Date someone because they're compatible with you. Date someone because they're going to give you the lifestyle that you want. Date somebody because they're going to make you whole as an individual, and they're going to challenge you to become a better person. They keep you in line. They keep you in check. They promote you. They push you to become a better person. Don't date them just because they're cool. It's the lamest thing that you could do. The most uncool thing that you could do in your life is dating a guy just because he's cool. It's the dumbest thing you could do. Moving on from that. It's not always about trying everything. I think a lot of people give this advice to just try every single thing out there. You should try things. But when people say try everything, I think it gets, it's like a football that gets overthrown. It gets taken out of context. You've got to try things, but you really have to put your time, effort, and energy into them. I would try things for a period of 2 years or 3 years. So if you have a job, do it for 2 to 3 years and see if it really makes sense. Go your hardest at this job. First off, the evaluation process of what it is has to be very, very stringent. You can't just jump into any random thing, but look at careers that allow you to grow. Look at things that allow you to build up who you are. Look at things that you have control on. So for me, when I was younger, I joined financial services. Now, I've stayed with it for the past 6 years, and I'm glad that I did. But many people end up giving up in financial services for the first 2 years. Now, being in financial services for the period of time that I've done it has made me a millionaire. And it's made me successful in my 20s. But a lot of people just haven't put in that time. They haven't had that dedication, and they have fallen short on the commitment requirement that financial services had because they just didn't want to put in the time, effort, and energy. But my advice to you is to try things, but try them. Like really, really put your time, effort, and energy into them. If you're doing real estate, go hard on real estate. If you're doing financial services, go hard on that. If you're selling solar, sell solar. If you want to do music, go hard on doing it. Like, don't just stop when it doesn't become fun. Don't do things for fun. Do things because they allow you to grow. The mindset that you need to have when you're young is to avoid the stimulation and delay gratification. If you want to live the second half of your life in peace and luxury, the second half, by the way, which you can't go crank out a 12-hour shift. You're a lot older. You don't have as much power in the physicality that you have. You need support and stability in your second half. That half, you want to live it comfortably, you got to start doing the things that aren't fun. Do the things that are not fun to allow a lifestyle of peace. When you do the things that are fun, you're going to allow a lifestyle of chaos and volatility. And, when you do things that are fun, a lot of people are going to want to do them with you. And that's where it creates that saturation and the scarcity is very low there. When you do things that aren't fun, the scarcity is very high and that creates the value, the supply and demand. At the end of the day, these are some things that I want you guys to understand and to imbue in your mindset. Avoid the partying. Avoid getting in relationships unless they build you into a better person. Avoid dating a person that isn't going to add value in your life. And start focusing on you, self-development, self-growth, physicality, diet, lifestyle, health. Start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself in order to acquire that lifestyle. The way that you become successful when you're young is to do the opposite of what a lot of people are doing. So your friends are out partying on a Saturday night, stay home, read a book. Focus on those exams. Get ahead. Stop trying to do what everybody else is doing because if you start doing what they're doing, you're going to end up like them. And those people that are coming home drunk on a Saturday night, hungover on a Sunday, are not doing shit with their life. Start being better. I hope this information was useful, guys. Until next time, Sue me out.